Alleigh Marre is director of the American Parents Coalition. Roblox needs to protect kids from pedophiles. And I got to tell you, Alleigh, I'm in there on those headphones like a 12-year-old trying to catch people. I am crazy with Roblox because my 10-year-old grandson plays it, and they talk to him very inappropriately. How are you?
I am good, but I don't love hearing that.
Yeah, it's true, though. My cell phone service is choppy, and a bunch of people are going to yell at me about it, but knock yourself out. All right, so it's terrible. I mean, even the kids, the way they talk to each other is unacceptable. But I just listened in, and then there's this voice that comes on who's talking to all these little kids playing, oh, why don't you blah, 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 blah. Where do you live? What's your name? You know, stuff like that. And they're grooming these kids to trust them. And after that kid in Florida just got killed, I mean, come on. Roblox is getting scary.
It really is. And I think the biggest thing that parents need to understand is that video games are way different than when we were growing up. I think there is this false sense of security that comes from, especially my generation, the millennial generation of parents who grew up playing video games. Mm-hmm. But when we played them, the social component was sitting next to your friend on the couch and talking to them as you gamed, looking at a shared screen. But now, because it's anybody, anywhere in the world, it's impossible to know who is coming and going from these different, quote, games or experiences all on this Roblox platform. And that's really where it becomes dangerous. Yeah. There's 151 million active users on Roblox daily. And there's just, even if Roblox had the best intentions, which personally I believe they don't, but even if they did, it would be impossible for anyone to police that. And that risk is very real. And the predators and the predatory behavior on there is vast. And parents really need to buckle down with the way that they allow their children to use or not use the platform.
Well, in order to stop it, I just deleted the email that was associated with all of his accounts. There was another reason, too. And he lost all of his games and has to start from scratch and create a new everything. And, you know, he lost a lot of money that goes along with that. But I needed for it to go away because I didn't know what else to do, because I couldn't just keep blocking the entire world. Like you said, 151 million, you're going to come across some weirdos.
That's right. I think the best thing that parents can do when it comes to gaming is, first of all, have honest conversations with their kids about the risks and dangers associated with gaming that is online in nature. Just the fact that you have no idea who's coming and going, and depending on the age of your kid, it may be appropriate to share some of these scary stories and experiences so that they understand that this is not just mom and dad overreacting, that the danger is very real. And you also brought up a very good point about Robux, which is the in-game currency, but there is a real-life monetary value associated with it. And so kids can get caught up in the value and the worth of that, and that's one of the things that many of these predators are using to lure kids in and get them to do certain things. And just to provide a little bit more color on that for your audience, this is everything from like engaging with kids on the Roblox platform, starting a conversation with them, and then taking that chat to a different platform where they can continue to groom them and schedule either an online meetup or abduction or in-person abduction, sexual assault, etc., kidnappings. And then there are really bad groups on there like 764, which is a nihilistic domestic terror organization, which is encouraging kids to commit self-harm and suicide, or sextorting them, collecting nude photos, and then using that, saying, like, I'm going to show this to your parents if you don't do X or provide me with Y. And it's very, very real. The online enticement statistics from 2021 to 2023 are up 323%. So this is not like just, some special interest group who hates Roblox and we're just ringing the alarm to be annoying. This is a very real and very scary thing.
Yeah, well, the predators are going to go where the kids are, and the kids are on Roblox. Yep. So, I mean, it stands to reason. I'm not responsible for cell phone coverage, folks. It's not me. It's the phone service, pretty much everywhere in the world. All right. So, as far as age appropriate warnings, I want to scare the hell out of them, to be honest with you. I want them so scared to give any information that I'm going to take your game system away if you even tell them your last name. I am just cutthroat about it, because if something happened to him, I think I would die too. So I got to protect us both. And so he knows. He tells everyone I'm a cop, which is ridiculous. But it's his story. He can tell. He can say whatever he wants to ward them away. But he is so afraid to give his information because he knows his machine's going bye-bye. I'll take it to the gun range if I have to. I mean, he's not going to give his personal information. It's that simple.
Yeah, and I think so. So one of the things that's important is, to your point, there are 7 states that have filed lawsuits against Roblox: Texas, Louisiana, Kentucky, Florida, Tennessee, Iowa, and Nebraska, and they are all recognizing these similar threats and holes in the controls that you are, and are coming after Roblox in the broad sense, not even necessarily in these one-off cases of X happened to certain person. This is a broad false advertising. Roblox calls itself the #1 gaming site for kids and teens, and then they advertise themselves as a, quote, educational experience. And like you've said and what you've observed with your grandchild, like there's none of that happening, and there's creeps coming and going from all of these games. And that is the basis of many of these lawsuits that thankfully 7 different states at this point, and I assume we will see more, have come forward, because it truly is just the wild west of the internet. And I think parents, too, can have a false sense of safety in that our kids are in our house playing these video games. But when you are allowing access to the internet, you have to think of it as opening your front door to any and everyone. It is no longer just your house, and it doesn't matter that they're sitting on your couch. They are talking to someone in Iowa, in China, like who knows where.
Great Britain.
And so that's, I think, a really important thing for parents to remember, is just because your child is sitting in your home doesn't mean that they're safe in your house. You've just opened your front door.
Right. And I'm out of time, but where do people go to learn more about American Parents Coalition?
AmericanParentsCoalition.org, and we also have resources for parents on how to access and improve your parental controls on some of these websites.
All right.
And gaming platforms.
Alleigh Marre, she is the executive director at American Parents Coalition. Go in and listen to what's happening on your child's computer. They do not have ultimate freedom. It's your house. Thank you, Alleigh.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.